Welcome to the
Spettaculo Epico.
Warning. You're about to embark on an adventure of epic proportions. Buckle up, bucko. You're now tuned in to The Epic Show. With your hosts, Gabe and Dave. Coming to you live from the Epic Center.
First off, I just want to do a quick
Fit check.
real
Let's do a
quick.
little fit check on you.
Got the if you want me to listen
What
to
does
you,
that say?
if you want me to listen to you talk about fishing. And then I got the woman want me fish fear me hat.
They do fear you.
I feel like a lot of people refer to me as like the drippiest guy. I'm kind of like the drippy friend in the group. So most people like refer to me as, you know, like you got the funny friend.
You're very slimy.
I'm definitely like wet and like dripping things.
And glistening and
So
grotesque.
that's the fit for today.
I like it. What inspired that?
Fish. Oh yeah,
That's such like a Karen like Fisher shirt though. Like
I got it at Goodwill.
oh,
And then I got the bass mug
that's hard.
well.
That's
for whatever liquid I need.
Is that a bass?
Yeah,
It's a good trout.
with the lip.
Dude, that is so like the coloration of a trout is just
That's actually a largemouth bass.
a bass, my bad. It's just so it's like gangrene, like and like disgusting. And what are these? Why is it so detailed on the gills?
Yeah, it's the fins, the tail is the handle. It's great.
I'll leave all that to you, man.
So now we're going into the scenario of the week, the new segment. We were talking after last week's podcast, just randomly, and we're just like, dude, like, what if there was like in the future algorithms and AI get so advanced that there's like your own personal media for everything,
Right.
like, and then I was like, it could be some kind of chip, like,
Oh, I thought we were talking more like Google Glasses.
yeah, like it's connected to your brain, like it feeds off the data.
Some way
in your
it's
brain.
getting in your head.
Yeah, and then it'll just create. Like, have you ever seen those things online? It's like AI creates images based off of
and
that.
dude, some of those are cursed.
So it'd be like a super advanced version of that where it creates entire media like specific to your brain, like what your brain likes.
Oh god.
So you'll just be like,
it would have like a news YouTube, like a Philip Franco or what's his name, the YouTuber who does like
Philip
the
DeFranco.
news, Philip DeFranco,
Yeah.
but like in like a morphed version of
Yeah.
like the AI, and
It's
he's like saying things that are like brain candy to your ears only.
but you would have your own movies, like your own everything, just completely tailored to you. Like imagine like a super advanced TikTok For You page combined with like AI creating its own imagery.
Jeez.
Like it'll just feed off of memories, like everything.
Yeah, and like super niche things that only you would find like hilarious.
You would just be in perpetual like consuming perpetually consuming content because it's so good that you would never
It would like make things that were like perfect for you to buy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
In my head, like everything's like disformed and like looks like a kind of like a Gumby, like a fever dream kind of thing. It's like creating like content creators that you would love everything about.
Exactly.
And like they have like personalities that are like a part of you almost like, or like what you want to hear.
Right. Like you would, it's just like everyone, and this, I feel like everyone would just be living through Oculus like things in this reality. So like people would be walking about in public, but they see completely different things. And
Oh my god!
like you'll go watch
so dystopian.
You'll go watch a movie, and it's just like a completely different movie.
Everyone's watching a different movie.
Yeah,
It's
and you
all,
leave
it's
it
everything that they love. Like
everyone's like, "That was the greatest movie I've ever seen." Wait, this reminds me.
every movie's the greatest.
This reminds me of the Wizards of Waverly Place episode, where
I'm not
Alex
familiar.
uses paint. Everyone was like trying to pick what mural to make for the school.
Okay.
And she like uses magic and makes it like whatever it's like the eye of the
whatever
beholder
they would
spell.
like.
And it's like whatever they like. And they were all like going, it turned into chaos, like,
Of
as every
course.
episode. But it's like one person sees like a tiger and it's like, it means so much. It's the most beautiful tiger I've ever seen. And another person sees like a
Like a
field
boat.
of flowers, like whatever like
Yeah.
you want to see. You
Exactly.
see, it would be like that, except AI.
Oh,
And just
it's scary because that's an actual future.
that's very close.
It might like be like, I mean, TikTok with how advanced it is, it's like, it's trying to do that.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
does
trying
it pretty well.
I'm not gonna lie, it does it really well. But this is kind of on the topic, and this reminds me of an NBA commercial that I watched a long time ago, and it was like one of those like 5-minute long commercials that was made like by an artist and stuff. And it was like somewhere in the far future, and all the NBA stars like LeBron, Melo, like D Wade were in it. Like this is like 2000, like this was golden age, and AI joined the league, like not Allen Iverson, but robots, and like they were. It was basically perfect editions of LeBron and like perfect editions of like the stars, and they would play against each other. And they had this tournament where winners stayed, like winners got to play, like winners became the NBA. So it was a team of AI, like perfect people versus the real like stars. Right. And the AI crushed them. Like it was so bad. And like, it's fast forwarded, and like LeBron was like, I think he was like working like a regular job or something like that, and like he would like turn to look at the TV, and it was the AIs playing, and it was like an actual NBA game, right? But the crowd, there was no one at the crowd because like that wasn't fun to watch.
Yeah,
like everyone got sick. It was cool at first.
If it's perfection, it's
it's not fun to watch, and like everything was like perfect. Like they were making every shot, like everything.
Yeah,
and then like the value of the commercial was they all joined back together. Like LeBron went and got like Melo and like all these people from their like daytime jobs, and they were like, we're going to beat these guys. And like they played like imperfectly, but like they did like all their own like swag to like their moves and stuff, and the AI was like
swag wins.
Yeah. And that is
even though they lost by
swag.
60, everyone just thought they won because they were swag.
Exactly. No, they ended up beating them, and like everything returned to normal. But that was like one of the sickest NBA commercials I've ever seen.
I've never seen that. That sounds amazing.
But the AI, like, I mean, it's just foretelling that like AI just it's gonna suck. Like it's gonna be so good that like people are gonna get tired of it.
And if
because there's there's not gonna be anything to hate on. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like there's not gonna be hateable content.
There's beauty in imperfection.
Oh, God.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But I was also reminded from that story that like, have you ever seen Blade Runner 2049?
No, I've refused.
It's very AI, but
is it like Tron Legacy?
Yeah, man. Anyway, no, I mean it's similar like vibes or whatever. I don't know.
It's like all like Outrun, neon light,
it's like the
LED
Neo,
shit.
Yeah, dystopian Neo, whatever. Like, but one of the concepts from that was like, you buy like this AI that's like your girlfriend, but it's the same thing. It's like they do everything that's like perfectly tailored to what you like. So it's like the similar.
It does what you want them to do.
Yeah. So to the scenario of the week, you'd also have your own girlfriend. Like you'd have everything.
You would.
And like. But the thing in the movie, like he knew it was fake, so he's like wrestling with like, all right, this is not real, even though she's like perfect.
Right.
But it's like, anyway.
Sometimes oblivion is bliss.
Sometimes the grass is greener on the other side, and then beggars can't be choosers.
That's
right. Saying whatever, saying to sound smart. Well, that's the scenario of the week. That's actually
scenario.
Not even a scenario. It's just.
That's actually us in 17 months. So.
Yeah. And then speaking of AI and algorithms, we were just reminded, like I was scrolling through TikTok and like you've probably seen those videos where it's like a clip of like it could be anything like stand up, like a TV show scene,
right?
And then there's
a story, like an AI will be telling a story or reading off of
that
Reddit
too as well,
My favorite is the ones off of Reddit
Right.
But and underneath it, there's like
so much
trendy
going on.
game. Like it's either CS:GO surfing,
Yeah.
or like this weird Minecraft mode where they jump from block to block, and like it just keeps going.
Subway
forever and
Surfer,
ever and ever.
like Rocket League, Rocket League trick shots going on. Like, and if you don't think about it, you won't notice like what they're doing to your brain. But it's literally like so much text titles popping like milliseconds
to
fast.
grab you.
Yeah, like with the yellow colors on it, and it's like
It's kind of like what we do with our clips.
yeah. But I mean, I do it, I abuse it, but it's like that plus like Rocket League, like
Yeah, explosions and like a satisfying, smooth game
and
being
it's like
played. It's just to catch your attention and like, but I don't even know what the point is at this point. It's like, am I supposed to be watching this for this gameplay, or am I supposed to be watching this for this like terrible story?
Yeah, what is the background?
There is no. The takeaway from it is you're just watching the video, and it's making the account money. I think
It's just
There's
first of all, they just steal this. Like, it's not their video game footage. It's not their like.
No.
It's just somebody else's.
it's all somebody. It's
Thing.
a combination of somebody else's stuff.
They're just like, I'm gonna put all that together, play it at the same time, and profit.
Send.
And then-
dude, they shitpost too. It's like, do you ever go on those accounts? First of all, they have like 900,000 likes.
Yeah.
And then it's just pages and pages and pages and pages. And also, dude, they profit off of the like for part 2.
I hate
Really?
that so much.
Really bad. I hate like for part
do
2.
that on
If I
purpose.
see like for part 2, I'm not watching.
Blocked.
Unless it's really interesting, and I'll go watch
I
all
might-
9
yeah.
parts.
We should do that for the podcast, like for part 2, and it's just like in 30-second increments.
Dude, you guys are lucky that we're not streaming on Snapchat, because if you guys have ever tried to watch a Snapchat
Ad.
original, it's literally, I'm not kidding. Go to Snapchat right now. You will watch content for 6 seconds, ad. It's like a T-Mobile ad.
You'll click on it, and it'd be like and then it'd be like, this is. It's just like, Cheez-Its.
Yeah, no,
Like-
literally.
You're like, oh, okay. I guess I want to buy Cheez-Its now.
It's like, and it's like a fake like Snapchat like soap opera, and it's like, I love you, Raid Shadow Legends, like cuts like right
Right
into
in the interesting part, and then you'll watch like, and it'll finish that one thing, and then just be like, Top War. Download now.
dude, and it feels almost impossible to click out of. I think you have to slide out of it, like to get out.
I think
of
you have to
that.
factory
It's a
reset your
weird-
phone
yeah,
to turn it off.
You got to set up a 2-factor authentication.
Imagine, I keep thinking of like futuristic scenarios. Like, imagine you have to watch an ad before you enter a store and stuff.
Oh my god!
Like, you're
Or
just
it's like
sitting there.
It's like at the
waiting
self
for it.
checkout. At the self checkout, dude, it pops up and it's like, get $4 off this purchase if you watch 19 minutes of ads.
Oh,
And, like,
yeah, like
people,
literally
like,
like in-game
Broke people
currency.
like me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I've got a lot of time. Like,
That's literally how like mobile games work. It's like, oh, you want these coins? You can get free coins if you watch
like the chest is shaking.
Yeah, it's like, what's inside the chest?
What's in that chest,
like-
rabbit?
At the gas station, like, could be free gas for a month. You never
Oh
know
my
if you watch these ads.
Dude.
Or if you do this gamble with the chest opening or whatever.
Oh,
And
that's so bad. That's so bad. Because it's so real. Fuck.
and well, back to the Subway Surfer clips on TikTok, whatever. Like, I was just like mad because I'm like, how prepubescent do you think my brain is to where I need to watch these titles flashing at me, Subway Surfer, Minecraft, like
Ted Cruz.
while I'm watching like a stand-up clip, like
A stand-up clip from like 2004
Right.
too. Like, they don't care.
yeah, it's just, I'm gonna grab whatever like I can use
And I'm
for
just
content.
gonna put this on it.
And then the similar thing, there's a lot of people that do this, like just grab, like search viral tweet and then put it over their head and sit there and do nothing. Play TikTok song and then, sometimes they don't even point up, at least point at it.
At least
Like,
point.
do
At least
something.
acknowledge.
But there's this, like so many people, maybe I'll put one over like on YouTube, but they're just sitting there as there's a viral tweet above his head, and that's his content.
And
I'm gonna steal his tweet.
Millions of views, dude.
I'm gonna steal this person's tweet, put it above my ugly face, and then
I'm gonna turn my ring light on, and I'm gonna sit here like,
and then just stare at the camera, and then I'll just
oh no way, my rent's paid.
yeah, like basically the equivalent of if there was a TV show, and then you were like got up from the audience and like stuck your face in front of the camera, like to just put yourself in there, like
just Steve Harvey's like talking like right behind you. You can kind of see him behind you, and you're just like
putting your face in front just so people can see you, like,
and you get and then you make money from it.
And like that guy, I just spam not interested, block, report, and move on.
I report
and I see more
so
of
many
them
things.
somehow.
I report so many things.
And like another piece of content I hate is like people who think they know way too much. Like there'll be people who like talk about like perfume and like cologne and stuff, and they. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking about Gabe.
Shout out Posterboyperfumes.
What I hate more is people who are talking about fragrances.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. This guy, I showed like a portion of my fragrances, and this guy really pissed me off. And he was like, he commented, and he was like, "These are all beginner fragrances."
Oof.
And
isn't that what it's for?
I've never blocked someone so fast and reported their account. I was literally making a video on like cheap fragrances.
Yeah.
Or something like, of course they're going to be
That's
entry.
what it's for, like for people to learn what fragrances to
I
use.
really would have made myself look like an idiot if I was like, oh, no, well, here's all of my niche fragrances that you've never even heard of, dude. Yeah. And he was like some baseball like player in high school, and I was like, dude, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the fight, man.
He went down the fragrance train because he smells so bad, and he's like, he knows so much about fragrances because he's abhorrent scent.
Because he smells so bad. And he plays at Ackworth Park, next to the sewage plant that we all used to play. This whenever we played Little League, and for some reason, well, I know why. It's because the land was cheap. They built football fields and baseball fields on literally a sewage plant. And if you drive past there, between the hours of 8 and like 1 a.m., dude, it smells like. It literally is everyone's Kennesaw shit mixed together.
And
it's different every time. It's disgusting.
It emits through the underground, like through the field and stuff.
I was on a date one time.
And you brought her there?
And I had to drive through there.
Oh.
And it's so bad that it will get in your AC vents. And she thought that I farted. I know she thought that I farted. And I was like,
you didn't say anything about it?
I was like, no, trust me. It's like, I was like, this place just smells bad.
No, it's just the sewage pipes that they get in the vents.
We're on a sewage plant right now, actually. It's underneath us.
Wait, and you're like, you park and like pull it up on like Google and like hold on, like if you look right here in maps and you zoom in,
you can see that I'm not a liar. And I didn't go
wait,
stinky.
Let me turn around. And
I'm like, trust me, my uncle works there. Like,
please, I can drive you there.
I didn't fart.
I promise I didn't fart. And then you actually fart at it because you're so nervous and you're getting worked up.
The Dave and Buster's, Buster's appetizer. It didn't go through me that quick. Trust me.
You brought it to Dave and Buster's before.
Knowing me, probably.
But another piece of content. I think I've told you this before, but like, have you ever just been scrolling through TikTok and then you'll just randomly see like some 40-year-old man with like 2 likes on his page, and it's just like a selfie compilation of him? I'm like, what goes through your brain to just be like, okay, I'm gonna take like 6 selfies and just do a little slideshow and put Doja Cat under it. That's gonna go viral. Just and like,
let me tell you one thing about these guys. First of all, Republican. Okay.
Usually.
First of all, Republican.
Boomer.
Second of all, horny.
Yeah.
Those guys. If you ever go through those guys' likes,
oh Lord,
it is like
they don't know
Latina,
how to turn that
like, and it's like an old white guy, like who's sitting in his like log cabin, and he's like too close. He's like this with his selfies. He's like
just way too close to his screen.
And he's like, "Oh, let me take you out of here, baby."
I always see one of those people like, and it just boggles my mind. Like, why you're doing this.
It boggles my mind how I'm like breathing the same air as them, and like how are you that unaware of like
what TikTok is? Or just
what? Well, it's the same thing with Facebook, dude. Like they act the exact same way on Facebook. They're like horny on their page, like with their neighbors and shit. Like some dudes just are straight up NPCs out here. Like
exactly. Like that's what I was thinking. Like
how do you?
Only a computer generated person would post that.
Zuckerberg is in the human business, dude, because he's shitting them out.
I think he makes.
He's shitting them out, and he's giving them Facebook accounts.
Yeah, and now TikTok because he owns it, probably. But
no, he wishes he could get his slimy little paws on TikTok, dude. If he does, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over.
It's already.
Well, we've seen what
on
he's done with Instagram Reels.
Right.
God,
so bad.
things are unwatchable.
It's not like the algorithm is not it. It's just like you'll just see like TikToks from like 6 months ago, like the trends.
It's so bad.
Reposted. But speaking of terrible content that we hate, you brought up. You've probably seen these like going up to some random person at the mall. They're always like recording with their iPhone as like the microphone, and just like, "Oh, you guys together? How long you been? How long you been together?
How long you been?"
Yeah, puts his phone up to your face and be like, "Oh, like 2 years." And he's like, "Bet." And like, you guys want to?
Y'all cool going through each other's shit?
Yeah, like going through each other's phones, and it's just like the bruh 21
bruh
like bruh sound effect, and then
that boy is like riding around them, and like the girls like, well, first of all, half of these are fake.
They're all fake.
They're all fake, and like the girl's like so uncomfortable, like with him like going through his phone, like, and like he'll be like, "Who's DJ?" Like the guy who's interviewing him will be like, "Who's DJ?" Like, yeah, not the boyfriend or anything.
He's just instigating so hard.
Yeah, and it's like he'll like go through their stuff, and who knows? It's just for fucking content, like.
And then
it's so lazy.
There's
one, just have two friends.
Yeah, like there's one where, they'll like call the boyfriend or whatever. Like, I forgot what it is. It's like they'll call the boyfriend.
The best friend will call the boyfriend.
And it's like,
you trying to come over and Netflix and chill?
Yeah, you're trying to Netflix and chill, and then they're like, "Hold on, let me call my boyfriend or whatever." And it's like, "Hey, I'm not actually gonna. I can't make it.
I can't make it to dinner.
Yeah, dude.
I'm studying, or I'm staying over at work." And then he'll call them back, and then like some music, the dun dun dun.
Yeah,
dun,
the
dun,
imposter
dun, dun,
like
music will come up, and then he'll call the best friend. He'll be like, "All right, we good. Come over." And then they'll hand the girlfriend the phone and be like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And it'll just cut.
Well, I mean, if I was 13, I would definitely believe all these things.
It's entertaining to think about, like,
yeah,
that, oh, this is really going on. But it realistically, it paints a bad picture of people.
Right.
Like, it's making one group of people hate the other group of people. Like,
right. It's just
boys and girls like that are like 14 and 15 years old probably like cannot stand each other because of the internet.
They're like
oh, you're comments. A thought. Imagine being 12 years old and being called a thought.
Right. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, no, but I guess I'm going to turn into one. Like, everyone already thinks I am one. Like,
yeah, you're just morph into it because everyone thinks you are. Like, all
I
the
feel
comments
really bad
like,
for like young girls on the internet because, dude,
yeah.
like, especially like in high school and stuff, and like,
right.
people are getting like exposed and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like,
and just all the comments are like, oh, like all girls are like this and
right
stuff like that.
It's just so fake. It's so video. Degrading, like,
right.
And it's hateful. It just comes from like,
exactly.
It's just incel behavior, honestly. Like, just.
Speaking of incels,
Andrew
a new
Tate.
breed has been awoken from the man himself, Andrew Tate.
It's like in the Bible, like a beast will arise out of the water.
Yeah, it's like every 400 years. Wait. He might be one of like the holy shit. Okay, so like in the Bible, like there's like beasts that are supposed to come and like awaken people and like try and like change their minds of things and get their mind off of Jesus and stuff, like. Oh,
and like in the end times, like he's one of like the the beasts that arise from like the internet. And he's just awoken this group of, they're a huge group first off, but they're like a very silent group.
Right.
They're loud amongst themselves and like they'll do like hate crime stuff, but it's incels.
It's very like similar to Trump, where like closeted like sexist are coming out.
Instead closeted of, like, racists. Like,
yeah.
It's like, oh, wait, we have this like cool guy like that's getting like, attention and stuff.
Because I was like looking at the Full Send podcast because they had him on, and I was like,
I haven't watched that.
I mean, I was just seeing the comments because like Andrew Tate.
Oh God, what? Because I know the Nelkmans. Like I like Nelk, but I like Nelk in an ironic. Most things with me, I like it in an ironic way. Yeah. Like I can't sit here and be like I'm a Nelk fan.
Right.
You know, I'm not buying Full Send drops and shit.
Right. You got the Full Send merch.
And
the comments were like, this guy makes me feel like I'm not crazy. Like, he says everything I've been thinking for years now. And all of them are like that, like, full support. Meanwhile, he's, like, literally talking about women as if they're, like, dirt.
But guys.
Like, yeah, he just compares them to cars all the time.
He's like, why would you park your car in a place where you know people are going to try and break into?
It's just, like, the thing with Andrew Tate is he'll say things. There's a truth in there.
Yes.
Everyone can agree, like, whatever.
He wouldn't have gained this much notoriety if he weren't
knows
like
what he's doing.
He's a very like decisive and like manipulative like argument like debater.
Right.
And he makes whatever he says sound like the
It'll
absolute truth.
Good, yeah.
And oh yeah, he's great at like delivering stuff.
And he like at first when I first saw him, I absolutely hated him. Because I was like, all right, this guy's a terrible person or whatever. And then I was like, oh, wait, he's doing a bit. Like, this is actually kind of funny. Like,
yes, because
it's so absurd. He's clearly joking, which, like, that's also true, like, to an extent. He knows what he's doing. He's doing very clickbaitable things.
Yes.
Saying clickbaitable things. But then I learned that he's, like, actually a terrible person.
Bad guy, yeah.
Like,
which sucks because I loved the bit.
Right. I thought it was funny. Like,
him going, if he was serious, he'd be on the Ellen show. He'd be on like a late night show spewing obscenities. But he's on like comedian podcasts and stuff. So
right. So I was like, clearly
something has to be a bit about this. Like it's an act.
Which like that's part of the layers to him. But like I don't know. He just if you want to, you can do your research about him. He's done like terrible things. Like he's not new to this, and
he's been around for a long time.
Yeah. But he's just breeding like complete
the most
like trash,
unapologetic like asshole kids.
Right. Like that's why when you said like it's so hard for women dating, like that's exactly, you're just gonna run into some like Tate fan who's gonna be like, anytime you're a woman and you're trying to do anything and you're like, you're my property and I deserve 80% of what you make, and like,
first of all, I'm gonna cheat on you. Okay,
that's a given because I'm a high value male.
I'm going to take 80% of your income, okay? Because you live in my roof.
Okay.
And third, I'm a top G.
And then every woman's like, well, I'm just going to be lesbian. Like, this is just like, this is way too much to deal with. And that's where we're at now.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I had hope for it, like to be something that like, I could laugh at and stuff.
Yeah, but it's just gotten.
If he was like,
so
but like, to be fair, I know that he doesn't speak with girls like,
right,
1-on-1 in a room. Like he's not the Andrew Tate that we see.
Right,
I mean,
but he's still not.
He's probably a little bit of a simp, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know, but that guy, which needs to be eradicated. But we also, on the similar topic of like bad content, you reminded me of like the old prank channels on YouTube.
Prank invasions?
Prank invasion.
Ring a bell?
Which like, we're not obviously not this was like, this needed like a multiple, like the Avengers in terms of like comedy on YouTube to like take down these prank channels.
Yes.
Like it took like H3H3, like Cody Co and all them,
like I think
to dismantle these like.
I think early Drew Gooden.
He was like kind of late to the game, but yeah, like H3 was like the prime. He was like the
H3
Iron
was
Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
Like taking these fools down. Like it's basically like this dude named Prank Invasions.
he was one. Yeah, he was one of the worst ones.
He came up with the kissing prank.
Prank.
I don't see how it's a prank.
It's like, first of all, if you haven't learned the Santa, it's basically like Santa. Like, sorry, the pranks are all fake. If you haven't, I mean, everyone knows that now, but just in case you grew up watching these prank channels, like, I was one of them because I was like, I grew up on YouTube and I was like 12, 11, like, and I would watch some of these pranks and I'm like, no way, he actually did that. No way, he
totally
just went in the
making
hood.
out with a MILF in public.
No way, and like, he just robbed somebody in the hood prank. That was sick. Like, the worst type of content ever.
Exactly.
And what was the one that you saw?
The one that has stuck with me over the years is the Muslim kissing prank.
Yeah.
And it starts off and he goes up to this girl. I don't know if she's Muslim or not, but
Just an actor.
In Muslim like culture, girls are not supposed to show like parts of their body. Like they have the cloak and stuff on. That's definitely not the right name.
I'm not going to pretend like I
for
know.
the clothing, but they have a cloak on, and he goes up to her. He plays her in a game of rock paper scissors. It's obviously scripted. She loses, and they just start like
He just like pulls her like veil, like
making out, and then he reaches down and just starts like tugging up the back of her dress,
gross.
and completely shows her ass. And like flips her around to the camera, and they're like making out, and then
you can hear all the like,
oh, it's so bad
because the mic's like right in his face.
And then like they stop making out. He drops her dress, and then it just cuts to another.
Yeah, just another Arab woman
Like
for the next prank.
Dude, it's just like
And
the fact that somewhere in my childhood, in our childhood, we believed like that was true, dude.
it's just pornography softcore pornography for 12.
First of all, pornography, and second of all, way to set an example for kids.
Yeah, just to think they can go up and be like, kissing prank? You want to play rock, paper, scissors for a kiss?
If I beat you in rock paper scissors, I get to have sex with you. And I know it's that easy because all my idols I watched on YouTube did it.
As a guy with holding the camera in your face, and you're like,
Okay.
There was like mom edition, like sister edition, all these
what?
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
That was one of them.
That's so bad.
And
Step cousin edition.
but these channels would be like it started getting bad to where the point where it's like, oh, like it was during the election, and like this guy Joey Salads is like, oh, I'm gonna put a Trump car in the hood, and then just like literally painting black people as like violent. And he paid. No, they were paid though. And he's like,
go and mess up the car.
Yeah, and then he puts like a whoever the
Hillary.
Yeah, like in a white neighborhood or whatever, and like nobody touches it. Like just trying to make black people look violent, like just completely racist, and he faked it, and he got in a lot of trouble for that. As he should.
Yeah, because it's just promoting racism.
Exactly.
Andrew Tate has been living through these YouTubers.
I think
like before.
Exactly.
Like all the years of like trash YouTube have led up.
There's just always like a new, like every time the seal it's sealed, and then just a new beast awakens from the seal, and now it's Andrew Tate,
and it's 10 times stronger.
Right.
Every time.
It's the new beast.
Dude, I don't know. I don't want to see what's after Tate.
We need some hero to take him down. Like,
yeah, but we need some hero that like.
It's like a fedora, like feminist guy who's like insanely strong with like a sword, and he's like, "I'll get him."
I don't know.
As he tips his fedora
about all that, but we need someone who's just like chill and not cringe, and just I don't necessarily think that he needs to like combat Tate or like opponent him in an argument or something. But I think that somebody just needs to come out to make better content because it's just because nothing's going on.
That's just what like sells though, like, you know, just saying abhorrent things, just completely awful things, and like it's gonna work. Like you're gonna get views from that.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah. And speaking of pranks though, I'm actually a bit of a prankster myself. if you might know.
Oh, David. I know. I think better than anyone I know.
I've actually done a couple of awful pranks on Gabe for no reason. He did not deserve it at all.
You never see them come. The thing with David is you're never going to see it coming.
Yeah.
Because he's, first of all, perfect male. Let's get that through here. He's handsome. He's the nicest guy you'll ever meet. He'll never say a single bad thing about you to your face or behind you. And the fact that he comes up with these devious ass pranks, dude. Like, I'm glad you haven't gotten me in, like, it's been like over a year or two now.
Yeah, I kind of space them out.
So, like,
by yearly.
One might be coming soon.
It might be cooking pretty soon.
But the repercussions of the last prank are and how far he pushed me is what scares me.
I have right here, this is 2019, September 29th.
Ring any
and
bells?
I just sent, I'll show it on the video, but I just sent Gabe, like, it's like a picture in the dark of like goats and their eyes are just like shining.
It's like demon goats.
And I sent this from text free, like he doesn't know the numbers.
Yeah, it's like a random number.
And then I just sent like Arabic text under it. And I said, Gabriel, you're next. And then I posted your address. And then I said, see you soon. And then you didn't respond. And then I said, like, you should take down that curtain sometime. I like to see you with your shirt off. Like,
because I'm always in my house with my shirt off.
You're always shirtless, and you have a giant curtain that was covering like your room.
Yeah.
And then you said, bruh, LMAO, who is this?
Because clearly it's somebody that I know.
Right.
Like, or
and
what
I said,
thought.
I know you. You may not remember me, though. And then you said, from where?
And that's what scared me because I was like, how many people have I lied to?
Yeah, because you know a lot of people. You never know which one you might have rubbed the wrong way.
No, really.
And
I was like, I'm about to pay my dues.
Yeah. And I said, I've been watching you for some time now. And you said, ha ha ha. Okay, why is that? And then I said, don't try to laugh this off. You know what's about to happen. And then you're like trying to test me. You're like, what's my dog's name? And I said,
I was actually like afraid at this moment. Yeah. And why did I think, what's my dog's name?
Like a security password or something? Like, what's my first car name? What's the name of my first car?
To judge if I should actually be scared, what's my dog's name?
First, to answer this riddle. And I said, the little black one? He sure is cute. I don't need to know his name, but I'll take care of him afterward. I knew his name, but I was just trying to make it seem like I did.
And that was the perfect move because I started shitting bricks at that point.
And you said, ha ha ha, so you follow me on Instagram. Are you going to give us both pee-pee touches? Like trying to laugh at
Trying to lighten the mood.
And then the mood was disrupted by
my mood was grim.
And I said, you look so cute when you're scared. And I think that's where I got you.
But that's when I know for a fact that I called David during this.
Yeah, and I would just gaslight you.
I was like, dude, this has to be you or something.
And I think I was on vacation in Nevada or something.
And he was like, dude, I'm not texting you or calling you or anything. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You're completely making this up.
Yeah, but like in his way, like in his instant way. And I was like, why would David do this? Like, it's not David. Like, someone is actually like fucking with me right now. So I went downstairs to my kitchen and I grabbed a knife. I grabbed a knife and I went out and I was so pissed at this point because like, I guess that's just what my mode went into. I was livid. So like I went outside to my front porch and I started pacing around with a kitchen knife, like a butcher knife. And I was shirtless and like my shorts.
Yeah.
And I had a knife in my hand and I was like red, pissed.
And I was like I think you called me that either you were calling me while this was happening or something, and I was like, okay. Like
I was in tears calling him too because I was like, whoever the fuck is about to show up in my house, I'm about to fucking murder. And like I was crying like mad, and that's when he was like, dude.
And I was like, I gotta stop this. But after I said you look so cute when you're scared, you said, where am I right now? And I said, you treat everything like a joke, but you won't be laughing later. And that was when I was like, it upscaled too far.
That's when it really, because I do treat everything in my life like an absolute joke. Like my credit score is terrible because I don't pay my bills on time because it's like, yeah, well, whatever.
I may not be able to defeat you physically, but
mentally I am your slave, dude.
No, not actually. But I know too much about you to where I could, if I catch you off guard, I could.
You could break.
Give you some nightmares.
Yeah, you could break me.
And then the second time.
So devious.
I don't know. I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
Clearly, I wasn't that sorry at the time because I did this similar thing. Another prank.
Oh, what's this?
This was a year later, so it was on track with the yearly.
Spacing out? Yeah.
And there was this app that I loved called Prank Dial. I got bored. I loved prank calling and stuff. And it's basically like an automated like prank for you. Like there was a couple ones. There was one where it's like I did to one of our friends and it got him pretty bad. I don't have the recording, but it was like the CIA or the FBI or something like that.
Something.
And,
one of the bureaus of investigation.
It's like you have illegal pornography on your computer and like super like dark, and it's like we're coming like right now or something. Like it's like basically pre-recorded sayings.
But it sounds like it's a real person talking.
Right.
Like it's a real person recording.
And they like space out the response
so that you can give time to respond, and it responds naturally to like what they're leading you to say.
It like sounds like pretty well. Like sometimes it's bad, like people don't respond the way they should. But in this case it's went pretty well.
In this case it's like perfect.
Yeah. So
go ahead and play this.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Recording for them. God.
Hello?
Hello. You better not hung up on me. Hello?
You didn't respond.
Yeah, hello.
Who is this?
Yeah, I want to know who this is right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me ask you a question. Why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night?
Me?
Don't make excuses, boy. You tell me who you are.
Who is this?
Don't deny it, boy.
Who are you?
You better tell me the truth right now.
I don't call anyone in the middle of the night.
That was my favorite part. I don't call anyone in the middle of the night.
I was like genuinely thinking, I was like, whose girlfriend am I calling in the middle of the night?
Like, wait, did I call?
I was like, am I doing that? Like,
don't even know what
so
I'm
confused.
talking about. I am so angry right now. You are getting me frustrated.
Jeez.
Dude, what are you talking about? Who is this?
Stop yapping and listen. How long this been going on between you and her?
Well, I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Responds perfectly.
Yeah, who is this? I don't know who this is.
You've been knowing what's going on, no doubt.
What? Dude.
What?
This is a fucking meme.
This is a meme.
This is a fucking meme.
Wait, is that it? I think it says. Yeah, at that point it says like you've been pranked by pranked.com.
Okay.
And you're like,
I think that you paid extra to remove that.
oh yeah, I think I did remove it. Yeah,
So it didn't tell me that it was a prank. It just hung up on me, and I was like,
I think I let it go on.
what the fuck?
Too long.
And you should not have done that because I don't have any recordings of it, but because it was back whenever I had an Android. But I got that app, and I swear to God, dude.
Oh, we were doing it to everybody.
I would go through every single person in my phone list. Like, I would call ex-football coaches. Like, I would look up people's phone numbers and call them, and I had to pay.
Yeah, you only get like so many
calls.
tokens to use.
Yeah, I would like call like politicians and stuff, like local like government and stuff.
I would literally do it to people I haven't talked to in years.
Yeah.
Just to like, oh, I know this person's number. Let me just throw that in there.
And I never gave them any closure about it either.
Yeah, no.
If they
Still
answered,
no.
I would just let it go, and I'd be like, and then I'd go to bed. Like, not caring, but they're just like...
That's hilarious. As they're like completely traumatized,
standing outside of on their porch with a knife, waiting for somebody.
Imagine if I never told you, like, you would just be paranoid for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I would have been on edge. I probably would have something bad by now.
This is like, it may not seem characteristic of me, but this is like, in my old self, this is very true of me to like troll to no like end.
Yeah.
Like, and could take it way too far. Mm-hmm. Like there was one time, and this is not even a troll. I mean, it's just epic prank. I peed in a cup, lemonade prank, and just didn't tell him. I just let him do it. One of my neighbors. I was like 9 or 10 or something like that.
You peed in a cup and you gave it to him as lemonade?
Epic prank, right? Like one of the worst things I've ever done.
Did he drink it?
Oh yeah, and he spit it out. And I was like, like I was a bad kid.
What the fuck? I've never heard that.
He spit it out and went home, and I didn't talk to him for months.
Did you even care?
No, I definitely felt bad after. I was like, it hit me in that moment. Like
you said, lemonade.
Yeah, like
coming right up.
Yeah, I don't know how I randomly just brought him lemonade in a weird. First of all, warm lemonade, not lukewarm.
No, fresh out of the pisser. Like.
Yeah. No, I like put it in the fridge the night before so you believe it.
So elaborate.
I probably if
you
it was
poured
me
your
today,
own lemonade.
Yeah.
And like you're drinking, you're like, you gotta try this new brand, man.
You know, a normal prank, it's like, oh, like feed you soup and there's like a bucket of salt in there, and you're like, oh, it tastes bad.
Yeah.
Me pranking, piss in a cup.
Drink my bodily fluids.
Yeah. Such a funny prank. There was another time.
And then go home.
That like dismantled my friendship with him.
Yeah. Who was that? No,
it was
no.
It was like a neighborhood friend group.
Yeah.
It was like one of my neighbors. But another time,
that's
neighbor.
Probably one of his. Dude, he probably thinks about you, and he's like, that dude made me drink his piss.
Now he's I don't want to talk about him. But
what a dick.
He's like Jack now in the army, so I don't know.
Oh, he's in Osaka.
He's a nice guy. But.
He's in Osaka. He's doing. He's no threat to you now.
Another time, similar thing where I just abuse people's fears against them.
And as there was you too.
I was older than him, and like I was friends with everyone in the neighborhood. Like after school, you hang out with your people. Don't really
Mr. Popular.
Yep, I had a lot of friends. So unlike you, but I'm just kidding.
Unlike some late bloomers,
like some people to the left of me.
Jeez.
I'm kidding.
Making friends was really hard whenever I was.
Oh yeah, no, you have more friends than anyone could say.
Now,
yeah,
because I have contorted my brain into knowing how to make friends in a sick way.
You can make friends with like any random person that's just walking by. But this guy, he was afraid of like demonic things, like demons. And
how old is he?
I think he was 10 and I was like, no, it was somewhere in the 9 to 12 range. I don't remember.
Jeez, a young kid raised in the church system's afraid of demons.
Right.
Who would have thought?
He, like his dad was picking him up and he wanted me to go outside. Like it was dark. He wanted me to go outside and like wait for his dad with him. And we're just like in my front yard. And then I'm just like, start like going on the ground and I'm like, like, I'm like, I look at him like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm like turning into a demon. I chased him around the cul-de-sac, like on all fours. Just chasing him.
I bet he was so scared.
Crying and screaming. And I'm like, well, surely this prank is going well. I should keep doing it. And I'm just like, and then
you're like frolicking. Like,
yeah, and his dad comes to the cul-de-sac, and that's when I hid in the bush. And he's like,
what?
And I could hear him still, and he's Dad, he turned into a demon. And his dad's like, what are you talking about? And then he's like, drive.
Hit the gas, Dad. There's no time for questions. It's a demon.
And then I was like, took that way too far.
The only remorse
God,
you
I was
felt in the past 10 years.
Awful kid back in the day.
Jeez.
Oh, good thing the Lord saved me. Like, just
I don't know about all that, man.
Well, maybe not, but but yeah, that's some of the worst things I've ever done. Just pranking people.
Dude, imagine you go into a room one day and it's everyone you ever pranked. And I'm there too. And we're like,
you're there.
And I'm like, I've ringleaded them.
Yeah,
and
you
we're
just
like,
gathered them all there.
We're going to whoop your ass.
And I'm just strapped to a chair. Like, no.
We're going to make you feel the pain you felt when we felt in our youth.
Oh, man. I don't think I have any other. I used to just troll on Twitch as well. Like.
I love copypasta. I was one of the first people to copypasta Tyler One's stream. Yeah. And I started like a really big one.
I forgot about that.
This is a viral sensation.
Viral.
It was multiple viral Tyler One was like a League streamer, and I played League at the time, and it like ruined my life. But
anyway,
that's for another day.
That's another episode.
But I copy pasted. I typed in, and I was like, "Hey man, it's me, your Coach Gaskins from high school." Like, it's like, yeah, I'm dating. He's like, I'm dating your sister now.
Yeah, like oh, this is what it's like. This is what you're doing nowadays.
I was like, oh, you're a computer nerd now. Figures. Like,
yeah, I figured that.
He's like, I just got a 2017 Corvette.
Yeah, like, just completely boasting,
and like everyone was like reposting it.
Yeah, that became pretty big. Like that's still to this day like something that
it's not the original.
It's not the red deviant of that.
But it was really funny, and like I DM'd him and I was like, yo, I said that. And he was haha, too funny, man. Like, thanks for watching. It was like, good luck trying to get a DM back from Tyler One now.
Yeah, no,
like, this is like 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, in the peak or his
infancy.
Yeah,
yeah,
and yeah, like nowadays it's like, oh, like you're a Twitch streamer now, like still playing video games, huh? And it's like, remember that girl
I remember I used to give you a rough time in high school, huh?
Yeah,
he's like, remember that girl you used to really like? Married her. We have 3 kids now, and like, we go on vacations 2 times a year.
I wonder if like the first post of that is like a real. That's probably a real.
I
thing.
think it is. I think it is a real thing, and it just became a meme. He's like, I work in finance now. Like, such a good copy pasta though.
Another like, I got banned on Twitch for trolling, like IP banned from Twitch.
What?
Yeah, because I was a Johnny 13 accounts was my name. I had like
Johnny 13.
No, like I was just like I have way too many.
Oh,
accounts.
You're Johnny 13 accounts. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I get it. It just means that you have a lot of accounts. Yeah.
I don't know. I just made like 20 emails, and
same emails. I'm about to wreak havoc on the internet.
Yeah, and I would just find random streamer with 5 viewers, 2 viewers. Hit, they have like the follower alerts, and just be like, I'd make an account specifically for them, and just be like, or I have all these emails, and I'd make an account on Twitch
with a name, like something about them.
Yeah, like, gamer guy 32 is gay. And then the follower alert would say it usually, like
it used to say it out loud.
Yeah, and then it'd be like, is gamer guy 32 is gay. And I'm just like 11, like, that's so funny.
Like sitting in your bed crying. Like.
And one guy, I just completely ruined his life. Which, like, I redeemed myself. Like, this is my early developmental days.
Yeah.
Where I had no empathy for anybody.
He is a very empathetic. He's an empath.
I'm an empath nowadays.
Empath.
But I was definitely not back then. And I used all my emails for that guy and just kept doing it. Like, it's gay. It's gay. Every time he'd ban me.
It's gay. It's gay.
Every time he'd ban the account, it just new one. And he's like, dude, like, can you please stop? And I'm just like, never.
It's gay. It's gay. It's gay.
And then I got IP banned from Twitch one day, and I was like, your account has been IP suspended.
Yeah. Not even your
Ever.
dad could make a Twitch account now because he lives at the same address as you.
I forgot what I think I got it appealed because like I cried about it. Like literally, I was like, "Mom, I got banned on Twitch," because I lived on Twitch because like I loved.
Because
I don't know
you're
why.
a little
I
gaming
was just a little gamer
guru.
boy.
Yeah.
Like sitting in my
Little
gamer
goo-goo
gamer.
gamer.
Gamer. And I cried about it, and then I finally got my account back, and I think that was like the turning point for me in my entire life. Yeah. Because at that point, it's like, okay, my actions have consequences. Right. And then it took me getting banned on Twitch realize that.
You're like, now I'll be a better person.
Yeah.
But
and from then on,
even whenever you are trying to be a better person, sometimes as a white man with a podcast, you can find yourself being accidentally racist.
It may come to surprise you that 2 white men with podcasts have been racist before.
Accidentally.
On accident.
Accidentally.
On accident.
It was not meant. So I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I have to tell this on the podcast. So my mom used to work at this gym, and she had a couple friends that worked there. Like, it was like they would go out and stuff. And
right.
They had this party, and I was helping my mom set up for the party, and I was like we were making all these foods and stuff, and like it was like ranch dip, like bean dip, all this stuff, and my mom mentioned to me, she was like, you know, Daisy, who was her best friend at the time, she was like, Daisy's bringing Rotel. Right.
What's Rotel?
It's that dip. It's like cheese, like tomatoes and like beef and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I wasn't like thinking about it or anything. And the party, like, it begins to start. Like, people are coming in. Like, we're all having a good time. It was at our apartment, and like our apartment was like had a big living room, and we were all like, I think we were playing. Some of her friends from the gym came over, and we would play Smash Melee on my GameCube.
Classic.
And so Daisy came, and her and her boyfriend came in, and I went up to her and I was like, oh, like, is this like a 6'5" like black guy,
right,
who could just destroy me.
Man.
And I walked up to her and I was like, hey, Rotel, like, it's nice to meet you. I called him Rotel. I thought his name was Rotel, but it was the food that my mom was talking about. Like, she was like, Daisy's bringing Rotel. And like, I thought that was her boyfriend who she brought with her.
He's like, my name is Charles.
He said, my name's Marco. And I was like, my mom like heard it, and my mom was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you said Daisy was bringing Rotel. And she was like, it's the food. It's the food, guy. It's the food. And my mom was like, I'm so sorry. But they all thought it was really funny. Like, once I explained my, like,
right, because it sounds bad at first.
Thinking, like, I did not mean to call that guy Rotel.
Yeah.
Like, and to be fair, if it was a white guy, I would call him Rotel too, because I thought that Daisy was bringing Rotel as her date.
Oh my gosh.
That's my accidental racism. I was so sorry.
Not your only one though.
Not my only one.
Yes.
But me and Marco, we ended up playing Smash together too. So the hatchet was buried.
I swear I have black friends.
And I swear I'm in the bro code now. I'm like one of like 3 white members, so I can't do it.
You're like, name 3 black friends now. Jamal,
Simba,
baby Simba.
No, that's not my only accidental racism story.
Right.
Unfortunately, I have one that was much more recent.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So let me paint the picture for y'all. My friends were having a baby shower, okay, and excuse me. And my friend is white, and his girlfriend is
of Asian descent.
Of Asian descent. And it's like both the families are there. We're at this baby shower. It's such a good baby shower. It's so much fun. and like the food is good because they brought half. It was half Asian food and half like.
Asian food is my favorite food.
Yeah.
by far.
Oh, dude, and they are the food that they brought was like
Yeah.
so ridiculously good, and it was like half like I don't know like McDonald's, and
It's just like unseasoned
American,
like chicken and then just like amazing
bland shit. So the baby shower goes on. I'm about to head out, so I start making my rounds. I'm dapping everyone up, like I'm giving people hugs and stuff, and then I get to the girls' parents who are Asian, and
Yeah.
I shake her dad's hand, and I'm like, goodbye, like it was so nice to meet you, like hopefully I'll see you again. And I get to her mom, and dude, something in me like instinctually did this. Like I was like I bowed. I bowed to her mom, and I like was on my way down. I was like, "What am I doing?"
Oh, what did I just do?
Like I literally bowed to her,
Beat red at that point.
and she, like, oh yes, I was red at this point, and she was like, "Goodbye." Like she barely spoke like too much English. It was either her mom or grandma, and I was literally like, I was like, "Bye," and I like dipped out. Like,
Just
I
ran.
was so embarrassed by that, and like my
Just
friend
diving out. Everyone's like looking at you.
Yeah,
and you're just,
everyone's like it like goes silent.
and then you just jump out the window.
I'm just like, and like my friend like texts me. He's like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, he's like, "What
on
are you doing?"
And I'm like driving home. I'm like
You're 90 on the
like,
freeway.
trying to forget it already. It's like I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. And then you move states.
Yeah. Then they never see me again. So
Yeah. And I had this wasn't racism per se,
okay,
but it's just cultural.
it was just accidental.
Yeah, like it's not a racist thing. It's just like me being culturally unaware.
Okay,
So my girlfriend, beautiful black girl.
it's a black girl, by the way, dating a black girl.
I'm dating a black girl. I swear I'm not racist.
Not racist. Actually, loves them.
Yeah, so if you know, like, I feel like it's different with white people. Like, if you're in a White House and someone offers you like something to drink, something to eat, it's like, to me, at least to me, like it's polite to be like, oh, like no, thank you, like,
Yeah.
just because I'm like I don't want to waste your
Yeah. No.
food or
That's not good.
drinks.
That's you. That's
Yeah,
you.
like, that's
don't waste
normal.
your resources on me.
Yeah, like that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
In that, if I say no,
Yeah. Like
But
no,
it's-
thank you. Like, and it's like your choice. Like,
right.
you know. Like,
But in black families, like if they offer you food, like and
are
you
you
say
supposed
no,
to say yes?
it's very rude to like say no.
Oh.
Because it's like you're basically saying like, oh, your food's terrible. I don't want my mouth near that. Is
My-
what they hear.
My white mouth near
yeah,
that.
and it's on top of like being white is like makes it worse. 'Cause
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
Huh.
you know,
I did
you're-
not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either at the time because we're bringing supply. Like her grandma owns works in like a food bank, so she always has like food supplies. And we brought some to this place. It's like a soul food restaurant, and they were like giving us a free plate, like a free like $15 plate of soul food.
Oh,
And I was like, well, we had plans to eat, so I was like,
okay.
oh, like we have already had plans. Like I was like, no, thank you. When they offered a free plate of soul food, and I was like, no, thanks. And they kept like, they're like, are you sure you don't want any? Like,
Like, are you sure you want to make this move right now?
yeah. And then Kelsey's like bumping my elbow, like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, what? I'm like, what? We're gonna go eat. And then they did it like a third time.
It's
They're
like, you're already on thin ice.
yeah. And then
White
they
boy.
they made some like comment, like not like angrily, just being like white boy like passing up or on free food or something like that, like something
Yeah.
along the lines of that. And I was like, oh, I messed up.
Yeah. Wait,
then,
did
yeah.
you end up not accepting it?
I did at
Okay,
the end. Like
okay.
Kelsey got me. She's like,
You
we'll take the plate, and then she's
I
like,
cannot imagine that conversation after.
we had to talk about it. Because it's like, I mean, you're bound to, if you're in a relationship with someone of a different race, like you're
You're
bound
bound to run into some
mess up, like-
cultural like
yeah,
confusions.
right. And I just had no idea that that's like a thing, and
That's what this.
had a whole
That's what
talk,
this segment should be called: cultural confusion.
cultural confusions. Yeah, I had no, like, it's very different because I just think, to me, like, I'm being polite because I'm like, oh, like, we're about to eat. I don't want you to just, like, give me waste your food on me if I'm not gonna like.
Right, which is like, yeah, in my brain I understand
Right.
that, but I could see how, that would definitely be
But
rude.
then it's like, oh,
I mean, I don't know why you would turn down a plate of soul food anyway.
it was great, but I mean,
I'm sure it was better than what you went to eat.
It's like, yeah, I can see
You're
why.
like, babe, we're supposed to go to Chili's. What are you doing?
But babe, we're supposed to go to Chili's.
It's trivia night at
and they're like,
Chili's.
this white boy coming in here, turning down free food, like, it just makes it that much worse.
Right.
And we had a whole talk about that.
bet
She
that was
educated
embarrassing.
me. It was bad to this day. Like,
I know you felt bad about
and
it.
I still go back in there, like, because we always end up bringing more supplies to them.
You're like, I'll have
I'll
double.
have 3 actually.
Please, wrap
And
it
I'm
up. Wrap it up for
yeah.
me. I'm taking home.
But I guess we're gonna conclude episode 3,
3, the trilogy,
the trilogy.
epic show.
Episode 4, the sequel to the prequel to the movie, turned into the game that is adapted by the book. Tune into that next week.
Next week. But before you go, please smash the like button. Please give us
Obviously.
5-star rating. It'll help us get on the charts eventually.
We need to get on those charts. We need
to ride those waves, baby. And we love you guys. We love we've been getting so much support, like more than support than I've ever had doing anything.
Right, it means so much, honestly.
I love if you do like the podcast, reach out to one of us or reach out to the Epic Show.
Please affirm us.
Instagram or anything, and let us know, and I will send you a very sappy text back. And
like if you have
I will tell how
topics
much I love
even
you.
that you want us to talk about.
Yeah, if you want to talk about topics, and you
Yeah.
can send us in, and we will be sure to talk about it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we love you, and good night.
5-star, subscribe, like the video, please. And we'll see you and good morrow.